What's up, y'all? It's Phil. I am in the closet and I've got a quick tip for you. So if you are like me and you're busy painting and you're constantly running around doing stuff and not concentrating on what you might be doing, you can drip paint occasionally, you can step in something and not realize you've done it, or worst case scenario, despite all your best efforts and masking and whatnot, some of your overspray can still get under or around the paper and plastic. Happens to all of us, don't worry about it. The problem is you now have carpet that you tried your best to protect, your client doesn't want to have paint on it, and now it does. So here's my foolproof method of actually getting rid of your paint, your overspray, your drips, and just cleaning up carpet in general. If you're just a homeowner who happened to spill paint or something like that, here's the best way that I've found to take care of it. Obviously you want to get to it as soon as it happens, so if it happens to be a fresh spill or a fresh drip or, something like that, get hot water, paper towels, rub it, scrub it, get all of the main paint up that you can. Now that you've done that, you're going to have a little bit of leftover. Or if you didn't notice it soon enough and it's a small enough drop, now we move on to the next part of the process. So for this project, you're going to need some Tide laundry detergent, preferably the powder. You're also going to need a bottle like this, preferably a 25 ouncer, or I think this is a 32 ounce. Yeah, but we only need 25 ounces for what we're going to do. You're also going to want some scrubbers. Now I got these two little Scotch Brite scrubbers. This one has a nice big handle and is fatter, and also the bristles are a little bit shorter and softer than this big old toothbrush one, which the bristles are very hard and stiff, and it's a lot skinnier. And I'll show you why we have two of them in just a minute. So here's how you're going to do it. Take your bottle, fill it up with the hottest water that you can to the 25 ounce line. Obviously not boiling, not scalding, you don't want it to hurt you, but you do want it to be very warm water. You're then going to add your teaspoon of Tide laundry detergent to this, mix it up, stir it up, don't shake it too much, we're not trying to get bubbles in here, we just want to make sure that it dissolves properly, and while it's still warm, we can go ahead and use it to start cleaning. So for solid paint that's already dried into the carpet, all we need to do is wet it down with the Tide spray. Let it sit on it for a while, let it kind of soak in, the heat's going to help soften it up just a bit. And then when you feel like you're ready, go ahead and test it with the stiffer, smaller brush. And we're going to try to get the bigger particles out. And mainly you just want to keep working the carpet in different directions. You don't want to work it too hard, because if you do, it can actually damage the carpet, but just working it kind of left and right and back and forth until you get most of the bigger particles up. Go ahead and dab it dry a little bit and spray it again. And then grab your bigger brush and go ahead and start going back over it, this time making much bigger passes. This will help remove some of the smaller particles and also kind of spread out the carpet fibers so that you don't have one specific spot where it's clearly a little bit more worn down if you were being too aggressive. This works really well for spot treatment and for small spills, but if you have something like overspray, or what I call underspray, which is where it got behind my masking, then you can go ahead and use the exact same method, but this time what we're going to do is spray it a little more liberally all over the entirety of the overspray. Let it sit, let it soak in, go in and kind of switch back and forth between brushes because the particles are a lot smaller. So we don't want to be too aggressive with the smaller, stiffer brush this time, but go ahead and switch back and forth until you get all the particles loosened up, spray it some more, wipe it some more, spray it some more, and just keep scrubbing until you see it starting to look cleaner and the particles of paint are loose or gone. Once that's done, wipe it up, clean it up a little bit, and then go ahead and give it one more good spray and a nice good scrub with your softer, wider brush. That'll kind of help even out the carpet a little bit more and just kind of give you a general clean area. You do want to be careful if you're on a slightly older carpet or a more expensive rug. There might be some specific cleaning instructions for that, but your generic house carpet, this should be fine. I've also had the opposite problem where I cleaned up paint on some older carpet and my spot was now extremely clean because by the time I got the paint up, I also got everything else up. And it was obvious because it was much lighter now and much cleaner looking now. So just kind of be careful with, exactly what you're doing. There is a bit of an artistry to doing this sort of cleanup. It'll really help for people like me who are out there doing this professionally and just have to make up some mistakes here and there and drips happen and overspray happens, things like that. For homeowners and DIYers, it's a really great thing to have in your back pocket because you're not going to go spend $30 on a product that doesn't work. You can try this, you can really put some elbow grease into it and get it to work for you, and then if it doesn't, maybe explore some other options. But this has been a foolproof process for me. It has worked better than just about anything else I've ever used. There's no real chemicals involved, there's nothing super harmful involved, and there's much less of a chance you're actually going to damage the carpet or anything like that, at least giving this your first shot. So I hope that helps somebody out there in the land of YouTube where y'all are all trying to learn this stuff. I haven't seen this sort of thing suggested, so I just thought I'd make a quick tip video for it. While you're here, before you leave, make sure to subscribe. I've got a whole bunch of people watching the videos that are not subscribed, and it would really help me out and help me be able to make more of this content. Also, you can find me on the Instagram, Twitter, and all those places as well. Everything is at PMK Woodworking, and all the links are in the description, along with all of my tool links and things that are on my regular videos, but I'm not going to do that whole spiel because this is supposed to be a quick tip. So thanks for watching, y'all. We'll see you next time.